To be just, moral rightness, lawfulness. Injustice, to be unjust, lack moral rightness, violation of the rights of others, unfair action or treatment. Dear America, do you not realize you have a war on your hands? A nation founded on the backs of my cocoa bean brothers and sisters whom you enslaved and brought to this land? Americans, funny, you call this land yours as the patriotism drips from your lips. Shouting 9/11, we should never forget, but whispering, can we skip over the slaves brought on ships? See, brown-skinned ghosts live in your soil. To us, your race has always felt superior. Implemented segregation, Jim Crow, separate but equal, attempting to raise a race to believe they're inferior. So excuse me if my eyes do not turn into wells upon hearing of animal abuse. Pardon me if this trend of bad equals license to kill makes me want to transform the US flag into a noose. Now the lessons you have taught your prejudiced offspring are disguised in uniform behind badge. Promising to serve and protect, call it justice. But call out to justice in a nation in a system as flawed as ours and you will find she will not answer back. More questions than answers, lies, forgery, evidence tampering, all to put melanin kings behind bars. See, I have learned that people fear what they don't know, dehumanize what they fear, and demonize what they dehumanize. So well played, America. You have pushed your agenda effectively and corrupted the legal system extensively. But again, I ask you, what are your true insecurities with descendants of African kings and queens? See, news stories constantly spin with propaganda. In an instant, we see mugshots on our labeled thugs. But leave out the fact that in this case, he was actually the victim. Oh, and be sure to bring up his past charges on drugs. America, my heart is heavy. As heavy as the grave you'd like to believe you buried all your secrets in. But see, there is a reckoning on the horizon. You just wait until the sun sets because black mothers are tired of seeing their sons set into early graves. See, this is my disclaimer. There is a new dawn coming and I pray you clothe yourself in the whole armor of God and justice. For if you continue to parade your prejudice as proudly as a pageant queen wears her crown, America, your victory walk will be very brief.
Killing more black men than we got pallbearers for. When are we gonna be judged by the contents of our character? Instead, you won't even take a look inside the little black book. Black skin is equivalent to crook, and this fact even has black men shook. I think this is why they are dressing effeminate and wearing skinny jeans, trying to illustrate that they're into some different things. I guess this is what they rationalize. I mean, you incarcerated all their fathers, a whole generation bastardized. Black men make up 52% of the prison population. Can you see the cause and effect of actual lives? Yes, because you do tests and studies and thesis, and this black experience is like a science project, and you were hotter than fish grease when we made progress and found our way out of the projects, because you had been selling us liquor and drugs on every corner, false hope. It wasn't until hip-hop became a billion-dollar industry before it was normal that black men bought boats. So all along, it was you who brought dope. Saturated our communities with AKs and crack and sat back like, we gonna see how they react. Created a need and left the rest up to greed. Gave everybody guns. Like, how you think we gonna react? And after they gave you what made you, they come back and enslave you. Man, that sounds like the 14th Amendment. Free slaves commit crime, they should be resubmitted to slave-like conditions, and now this is $1 billion business, and word on the street is they even got Michael Jordan investing in prisons, and so that means he's investing in recidivism, because ain't no sense in steady building prisons if you can't keep nobody living in them. And we spend $1 trillion in retail annually, and we can't get one person in office to change the laws of humanity. But we get man-made diseases from slick scientists, politicians lying, political lientists, police kill us in the street and the media try to quiet it, and the only thought I can think about is rioting. Like, let's go burn they stoves down. We the only ones buying it, and we can't even get human rights. Why didn't we listen to Malcolm when he said, look at the Constitution, it said black only equal 3/5 of human life? Hold up, let me get this right. So you saying one whole me equals 3/5 of human life? If that's the case, 40 million should march on Washington demand that they change the Constitution with consideration to our black American contributions, because not only did we build this country up, but we made it one of strong influence, and you can tell that alone in music. Black Lives Matter. Black is not a synonym for common nuisance, nor do we exist for someone's ignorance for condom uses. This is a Black American experience, not just a biased 2 cents, or else you wouldn't keep buying nooses that you keep finding uses for. And I just happened to view this when I was in line behind, and only thing crossed my mind was, hopefully this is not what I'm standing in line for. Black women are in fear, and they telling us not to be silent, but put away the guns. Don't be violent, because history showed us you the most notorious when it comes to being violent. So, since I'm not at liberty to speak my mind, I just say, you got our back to the wall, America. That's all.
So involved in overseas conflict, but turn a blind eye to your own. America, America, we will soon return the same compassion you've shown. Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, Sam Dubose, and so many others the cameras will never awake to catch. This nation will soon be engulfed in a movement, and we will all be forced to strike the match. So you say you see a black man in fear for your life, but you'll hunt tigers, lions, and bears with little more than a knife. See, it's shoot first and ask questions later. Oh, but if the suspect is white, it's find all of his sweet little family photos and just say that his mind wasn't right. Because in America, we all know that a white man with the wrong heart can take black lives and get no time. But a black man with the right heart can take no lives and still get life. All in the same dang system. See, our justice system, legal system, is more concerned about housing and recruiting suspects from cases than actually trying to solve them. And if you are one of those people who have been able to look at all the police brutality videos and come to the same conclusion, which is they all should have just complied. See, you are part of the problem. An unjust law is no law at all. So if an officer tells me to do anything that violates my human rights, per the Constitution for all you patriots, in that moment he is the criminal and I am the victim. It seems so many of you need a refresher on the Constitution. It's like telling a rape victim to not dress sexy would have been her solution. See, prison systems welcome minorities with open arms, aching to be their permanent resting place. Investors constantly proposing to build more, competing with school systems as if caught up in a race. It's cut off programs that assist the poor, but jails and juveniles and prisons, yes, build it small. It's send them to schools where there's more violence than books. Cut off art programs and argue they're uneducated and violent. Here are the statistics, come take a look. So yes, you've taken off your white robe and replaced it with blue, but for you prejudice police, I know what Klansmen when I see one, and now the world does too. How can you sleep? People are dying. It's time to fight in DC. Stand as a people united for justice, coming in all different races and creeds. See, like Steve Harvey said, slavery didn't end because slaves got tired of being slaves. Slavery ended when non-black white America finally stood in the gap and saw what the slaves saw. So until our non-melanated brothers and sisters fight alongside us, with us, this will continue. So let's just say, white America, that you were to wake up tomorrow morning and find that you were still white, but your kids were now African American. Would you be the least bit fearful? And this is not for conflict, this is for dialogue, so let's be honest. If you answered yes, you now see our plight. So again, I ask you, America, how can you sleep? People are dying. How do you sleep at night? It's clear you've obviously been sleeping just fine, because the people that are dying ain't white. But see, right is right and wrong is wrong. So America, join us, because we can't by ourselves. But together we can on October 10th as we march. It's give us
justice
or else.